What is up, people? And welcome back to the TheHighLinePodcast. The group stage is over in Euro 2024. It ended last night. That's why this week we are doing a later pod, because we want to make sure we knew everything that has happened in the group stage. We're going to evaluate this evening how our predictions hung up. We actually did really well.
We didn't do bad at all.
Did really well.
And we're not surprised by that.
No. Group stages.
It's to be expected. We know what we're talking about.
We do know what we're talking about. I think we had two wrong ones in terms of actually they were quite incorrect.
2 out of 16.
But that's pretty. It's pretty good. What we're
and
going
the
to
two
do,
teams you couldn't expect.
No.
You couldn't expect them.
and we have our reasons for thinking that they'd be doing it quite ass. But what we're going to do today is we did a group stage predictions as a whole, the Highline Pod kind of group stage predictions.
Joint.
We're going against each other for quarterfinals because I think we're going to have a few disagreements, but also I think I know what's going on better than you do. So
It's a big shout.
we're going to briefly go through how well we did with the group stage predictions, and I'm going to start with Group A. So the group finished Germany, Switzerland, Hungary, Scotland. And we had Germany top, Switzerland second, but we just had Scotland third and Hungary bottom. Which, I mean,
We knew who went through.
Scotland fought throughout the group stage, but I think they clearly lacked. They lacked
Quality.
quality.
They lacked quality.
They lacked quality. I mean, I think it didn't help the drubbing they went through in the opening game of the Euros.
Oh, yeah, that's not a way to start. And they faced a Germany team that were up for it that day.
Absolutely, and they just didn't really recover from there.
And Switzerland, to be fair to Switzerland, they're a level above both Hungary and Scotland. They've shown that in tournaments.
Yeah,
They've always had a shock in them. They've always had an upset in them. They've always had some decent players. So Germany, Switzerland, I think was a good call by both of us.
In the next group, we again got top two bang on in order. We actually got the entire group bang on in order. We said Spain, Italy, Croatia, Albania. So we were perfect throughout that group. I mean,
we diced with Italy and Croatia, and it did end up close. Think about Italy, how they beat Croatia to get through in that group. It was close in that group.
with Spain and Italy, are you equally impressed with both, or do you think Spain are a mile ahead?
No, absolutely not. Spain have blown me away. I think them and Germany are my two favourites. Between Spain,
They're top two favourites for the tournament.
Yeah, and based on what I've seen, I think Austria have been amazing as well. We'll get on to Austria later and how we were wrong about them.
Yeah,
but in terms of how they've played football, I mean, look at we have the group in front of us there. 5 goals, none conceded, 3 wins, and that last game was a 1-0 win where they changed the entire team.
Yeah, I know.
And the way they've set that team up in the first 2 games, I loved it. I love the wingers. I love the midfield. The back line, they can all play football, and Morata's led the line well.
You talk about Spain and Germany being your kind of 1 and 2 top 2 favourites of the tournament. Who has been the players within those squads that have impressed you the most throughout the tournament?
Well, I think off the bat for Germany, without a doubt, it's Musiala.
Yeah,
he's blown me, you, and everyone away. And
I love him. I said this before the tournament.
Yeah.
I was really, really excited. I sat here 2 weeks ago saying I was just so excited to watch Musiala because, as you said, Germany with the first game of the tournament. And he is not disappointed.
No, and himself and Wirtz are just so exciting. I said that before this tournament even started. I couldn't wait to see the two of them play together. Havertz, he hasn't got on the score sheet, but he's linking play well, and they've got Füllkrug off the bench, who I really, really like. I really like Füllkrug.
But interestingly enough about Germany, so obviously Germany were qualified going into their kind of final game.
Didn't rest.
They didn't rest.
No.
They played the exact same, not only team, but system.
And they showed that they have a bit of grit about them as well, because they scored late in that game to get the point.
Definitely, and I think...
And you saw the reaction when they scored. All the players left jumped off the bench and they ran, because you see how important it is to top that group and to get that side of the draw.
But I think it's Nagelsmann's focus on...
Momentum?
Well, not only momentum, but giving this team and system more game time. I think he's quite clear this is the way he wants to play throughout the tournament, and he's saying if they can get another game without any pressure here where they can go out and get better, he's sticking to it. Whereas a very, very different approach from Spain, where they went out and they changed the whole system, rested everybody, and I suppose we'll see when they kind of go into the next rounds which was the better tactic.
Well, you asked me who impressed me the most for Spain. I think the coach has been amazing, the way he has them playing football. They've played really exciting, and they've gone through a different direction with those wingers. They're both young, but they're so direct. Yamal and Williams especially, he tore Di Lorenzo for Italy asunder in that game. It was you were nearly asking Di Lorenzo to surrender. that was one of the best individual performances I've seen in a long time. That Nico Williams game against Italy.
I want to touch just really quickly on Croatia. I mean,
Luka
especially
Modric.
Luka Modric. I mean, watching the game, he had a really good game. First of all, they got the penalty. The penalty was really well saved. 2 minutes later, Modric ends up scoring. Modric is then brought off, rested, and they just, last kick of the game, they couldn't hold on. And, I mean, you could see he was gutted. Yeah. He was absolutely gutted.
It's
what a player.
If that is the way he bows out from international football, it's just such a shame for him.
What a player.
Because he's such a servant to the game. Like, he's one of the best I've ever seen in midfield.
How many Champions Leagues? World Cup final?
Yeah.
With Croatia.
Ballon d'Or. Broke the Messi Ronaldo cycle.
Yeah.
What a player, and hopefully he plays for Real Madrid for another year or two at least, because with Toni Kroos even going as well. The two of them are such a big loss.
It is. It feels kind of ended that era very, very much. And
where do they rank? Where does the likes of Toni Kroos and Luka Modric rank for you in midfielders? They're right up there, aren't they?
They're the very best. I think they're different too, because I always go back to Xavi and Iniesta. I think they're different. I think Kroos is the Xavi and Modric is the Iniesta, but I feel like you could liken Kroos to Xavi, whereas I think Modric is more than Iniesta. As unbelievable as Iniesta was, I think they're different players. I think Modric is a touch more attacking than Iniesta was. Iniesta kind of a touch on the more dribbling side, and still an amazing passer with Xavi. And I think it's more so down to the two systems they played. I think Real Madrid are very, very different to that Barcelona with the way that Barcelona team played. But I think very, very, very close with those. Add Busquets and Casemiro in the way those two trios.
They'll go down in history.
They will go down in history. I think you could argue, but I probably
because there's always this talk about front threes. MSN and Bale, Cristiano, and Benzema. Midfield threes, I think they just go under the radar. But you think of that Xavi and Iniesta.
Are they the top two, or is there anyone else in the shout there
for midfield threes?
Because they're just what screamed to me straight away.
Oh, definitely. I mean, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri for a while, for 2 years there. I don't think they had the longevity that the Barca and Real Madrid guys had.
I think De Bruyne.
Well, I think if you're talking about who's close to them,
maybe
they come to mind.
Maybe
I'd have to look into it more, but I don't think anyone's touching them, because they obviously started in an era where 4-3-3 became more prominent. Yeah. There's always been the midfield twos. You think about the 1990s, the early 2000s. Roy Keane and Scholes, Vieira, and I can't remember. Brain's gone blank there, but 4-4-2, 4-3-3. Pires winger.
Oh, yeah.
Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. In terms of midfield threes over the last 15 years, I don't think anyone touches them.
We're on to Group C. An interesting group. A group where the group of boredom, I call it. I watched all their games. England killed me. Absolutely killed me.
So much expectancy, so little promise.
They killed me. I mean, what's your overarching feeling on that group? We got it, just for reference, by the way, we got it
almost. Did we get almost spot on, or did we get spot on?
I think we got it spot on.
We got spot on.
Got it bang on. Nice. So England, Denmark, and then Slovenia and Serbia in third and fourth. We got it bang on, but
England should not have drawn 2 games in that group.
No.
Now, I know the two of us said we saw that squad announcement.
Yeah, we did.
And we raised eyebrows. A while ago. I didn't expect England. We debated, was England's hiccup going to come here, or what? Or
I thought it'd be the round of 16.
We both think it's round. I would lean towards the round of 16 myself. I don't think they have momentum on their side. I think they lack balance, cohesion. Players playing in positions they're not fully comfortable in.
It's not that.
I know it's not
so
that.
Not
they
that.
lack energy. They lack togetherness. They lack spirit at the minute. They lack everything at the minute.
They lack everything.
They do lack everything.
I watched the whole... Players playing in their perfect position were absolutely brutal.
You can't ignore Trippier and Foden out of position. You can't ignore Trent trying to acclimatize. I'm not going to...
bullshit.
Acclimatise.
This bullshit of Foden out of position. I know it's not his preferred position. He shouldn't be as shit as he is. Trippier, I have much more sympathy for. He's a right-footed player, Played right back his entire life, and he's coming in to do a job at left back because the fucking manager didn't bring enough left backs. Brought one left back, and he is injured all season. Stupid. Rice should be no problem in the 6. Should be no problem. Okay, maybe he's played a bit better this season in the 8 for Arsenal. Still,
he's
be no
played
problem.
6 for West Ham.
He's played. Came up from centre half, Jamie. He started as centre back. He should be fine there. Bellingham, no excuse.
He was great the first game, but he's
Really
dropped
good.
off big time.
He's dropped off, but he was a ghost those last 2 games.
And Harry Kane, I'm struggling whether it's service, whether it's he's too lackadaisical coming into the middle of the park.
I tell you what,
his positioning.
I tell
I'm
you
not sure what it is.
Ollie Watkins came on as a sub in the second group game. I swear to God, Trent got on the ball, played an incredible ball through to Ollie Watkins, who ran in behind. The first run in behind England in all game, by the way, bar one by Saka maybe. Bar one by Saka. Yeah. Saka was the only one looking to go in behind. Kane, never. And only for a great save. Great save for the keeper. And all of a sudden, the whole back 4 retreated. Because they were comfortable.
They showed there was threat.
They were comfortable pushing high. There's no one running in back. It was the easiest game for that back 4 ever with Kane there. And Foden, to be clear. Saka giving them some problems. But the very minute Watkins came on and ran in behind, problems.
Yeah.
The only time in the last game where I felt England had promise was when Manu and Palmer came on. And like I said to you when we were discussing it before, I didn't feel it was because the system was better or everyone else in the team improved. I just personally enjoyed watching the game more because I felt the nuggets of brilliance.
They performed better as individuals.
They just performed better as individuals, which as
than
2 youngsters,
that were on
it's daunting. And I don't think Southgate has the balls to start them in the next game.
Probably not. He has the one thing Southgate hasn't shown in his entire tenure at England is balls.
No. And look, he trialled Trent in midfield.
No, what I will say about Trent is, and I've been so critical of Trent, especially I've been nearly waiting for it to fail in midfield.
No, definitely.
I'm going to give him a bit of sympathy here.
Yeah.
Trent thrives off of runners. His balls are in behind. And in this England team, he has no runners. And that's why when you say Watkins comes on, he finally has someone find.
He found him.
That's where I still don't think he has all the attributes to play there week in, week out comfortably.
Yeah.
But to give him the best chance to succeed in this trial, in this test, he needed runners. Rashford is such a miss. Watkins should have been brought on earlier. Saka needs to give more. Kane needs to give more. Even Bellingham making deep runs in behind. They need to do that more. They just lack. All in all, they lack cohesion. They lack togetherness. They lack structure. They lack balance. But the one overriding thing is they look tired. They look lethargic, and they look dispirited. They don't look like a team that fully believes they're going to go out, grab the tournament by the balls, grab it by the neck, and stifle the opposition, terrorise the opposition, which they have so much players that can do that. So many players that can do that, and they just haven't done it yet. And you can blame Southgate will get all the blame. I think he deserves all the blame. The players still need to do more as well.
I want to talk about, of course, after the first 2 games, it was look, the spotlight was on Trent, so he's going to be the most heavily scrutinised, and it was very, very much labelled that this was a failed experiment. And the only change after those 2 games that he made going into the third was Trent for Gallagher. Gallagher came in, dreadful. He's not up to standard. At least I felt Trent had the ability to do something, unlock the game. Absolutely the ability to make a mistake too, without a shadow of a doubt, as Rice has made mistakes this tournament, by the way. Gallagher, to me, just was legs, nothing else. And I really, really fear he's going to do the same going into the round of 16. Yeah. And I don't think he should. I even believe... Trent came on right back.
Would you bring in Manu?
Yeah, I'd bring in Palmer.
Or keep persistent with Trent? I'd honestly play Trent right back and play Manu.
I love Walker, though.
Fair enough.
Like, I know Walker doesn't give you what Trent gives you going forward. I get that, but he does give you what Trent can't.
For that side of the group, for that side of the bracket, England have.
They probably could.
I'd rather see them go out swinging.
They won't.
I know they won't, but
They'll go out limp.
they'll go out limping, but I'd rather see them go out swinging.
If we were in England and we want to go down the route of England going out swinging, you start Trent right back. You're right.
Yeah.
You start Trent right back. What you do is you start Rice again. You bring Bellingham deeper and you put Foden centre as cam.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you put Saka on the right. You put Watkins up top, or you try. I'm trying to get Palmer in here.
I wouldn't drop Kane.
I mean, well, then you're playing Trent for. I don't know. You try. We get Palmer in on the left. Is that possible? You see, they haven't brought enough left. So I don't know.
They're missing an electric running behind direct winger, or they have Anthony Gordon.
They do have Anthony
But
Gordon.
they're missing
He fell off
a
the bike
big.
there
They're
the other
missing
day,
a
don't
big. I've seen that. He has a big cut in his chin.
Yeah, and all his hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he's a doubt. No, he's gonna fucking play anyway.
I would.
But they're missing a direct, pacey, skillful, big game experience, big game player.
A lot of goals in big games.
Goals in big games, goal scorer out in that left flank that could, run in behind and terrorise defences, and even coming on against tired legs or playing against. I know Slovakia, who they're playing against, have a 37-year-old right back. I mean, they're really.
And they're going to put a lad out there who's going to only go in field. And that 37-year-old
their
right
left
back.
And their left back who doesn't want to touch the left wing. It's just the whole thing for England from the start has been a shambles.
Moral of the story is with this group we got it bang on.
Yeah.
Moving on to Group D, where we didn't get bang on.
No.
We come to our first mistake. Okay.
A very big mistake, but a mistake you can't say you saw coming.
We had Austria third. We had France and Holland finishing ahead of Austria.
Okay.
And Austria topped the group.
Can't hate us for that.
I don't think they're going to hate us for that.
Although they seem to be hating us for everything.
They're kind of but I want to talk about my reasons. I think both of our reasons for Austria. We took one glance at their head coach, and we happened to support a team where
with experience of this head coach.
He came into our club, and
didn't do particularly well.
Was on record one of the worst coaches to ever step foot in the door of that club.
And Rangnick left United, and the one thing I said was, he's not a head coach, he's a director of football. That was my overarching belief. I went, he says all the right things. With the Red Bull group, with Salzburg, with Leipzig, he was head of transfers recruitment. He was picking out all these talents and playing them. And I was thinking, and then United brought him in for a 6-month period with the view of him becoming part of the director of football, one of those.
Yeah, the board.
One of the hierarchy. And then they had him come in, do what he was not the best at, and then walk out the door. And not do what he was meant to be good at.
Well, you missed the point here.
He's not
the director of football.
What I'm trying to say is, I wrote him off as a manager. And now he's coming into Austria. And he even rejected Bayern in the summer because he wanted to stay at Austria. And when I seen that, I was like, Rangnick, you're kind of throwing your big payday last hurrah at management away here.
He's going to have everyone want to.
They have lit up that group. They're probably one of the top 3 most impressive teams at the Euros themselves, Germany and Spain. And the thing with Austria is they did it over 3 games. Germany were not so great in the 3rd game, and Spain were great in the 3 games. Austria have been brilliant. Look at that group they just topped. Incredible. And France, I know they haven't lit it up, and Holland.
Well, France never do. In fairness to us,
Holland have a lot to do.
We correctly said France will not light up any group stage. Rarely light up any game, really, unless the other team comes at them for their necks.
Yeah.
But they'll generally get the results, and they have. I still think France will go the whole way.
Do you?
I think they'll get very close. Yeah, I do. I really think they'll get very close. They
buying into
do.
the Mbappe with a mask.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. But Austria, I'm interested to see how far you bring them when we do our knockout bracket. I'm interested to see how far you bring them. We've a lot to discuss. But overarching, that's our first big mistake. Austria, we had them third, and they have indeed come top. Netherlands and France are still going through, which we had as well. So that's not the worst, in fairness.
No.
Group B, we come to our second mistake.
This was a crazy group.
But we also have a very, very good poll. We said Belgium would be second. We said we're not impressed with them. They won't be very good. They weren't very good. No one was impressed with them. They did come second.
Jeez, they only scored 2 goals the whole group.
No thanks to Lukaku. We had Romania coming last.
They topped the group.
They did top the group, but they're on the same amount of points as the team who did come last.
Correct.
So
do you know what?
Do you know what? That entire group is on 4 points right now.
That's crazy.
What a group. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss for them all.
That's bonkers.
Can Romania do anything?
No.
Belgium won't do anything?
No. Slovakia have something. We'll come back to that later.
We're going to come back to that later, right? Group F, my favourites. Portugal topped the group, which we
You
were
just said France going to go the whole way.
No, I said they're going to go the whole way. The whole way is the final.
Oh, sorry. To me, the whole way is you have your hands on the trophy by the end of it.
No, I think they'll go quite close to a final. My favourites Portugal are... My favourites before the tournament. Portugal are...
Still are?
We'll see. Are top of the group, as we predicted. Turkey have been very impressive. We had them coming last, they came second, so that's a big mistake. We had Georgia third, and Georgia came third. And then new name, Czechia, came last.
New name, Czechia, not Czech Republic anymore.
No,
Czechia.
and I don't know why.
No, and we're not a history or a political podcast,
but
so we're going to steer away from that.
No, so Czechia are last.
Georgia, you like Kvaratskhelia.
So I watched the game yesterday, right? And Portugal, when I saw the lineup, right. So Portugal, let me preface. Portugal were through, okay? So that's fine. I'm thinking, okay, good. Portugal are through. A lot of players, exciting players I wanted to see. I wanted to see the likes of, Jota kind of get a bit more game time.
João Felix,
I want to see João Felix. I want to see João Neves. These players, good. No problem. And Portugal did what I thought they'd do. They'd rest their players. I'm thinking their captain is 39. I'm thinking, yeah. So I'm looking through the team I started their back four. Yeah, that's changed. Midfield changed. Wingers changed. I look up front. And he's still there. And I'll tell you why he's still fucking there. And it's because he hasn't scored yet. He demanded to play because he hasn't scored yet. He was brutal yesterday. He was really brutal yesterday.
He's brutal old Tourney.
Kvaratskhelia was really good. Georgia convincingly and deservedly bet Portugal yesterday. And I was quite surprised at Georgia and how well they played. I thought Portugal were unfortunately pretty poor. But that can happen in tournaments. You can have a bad game. They were through already.
They were bad the first game as well.
They weren't very good the first game. They were good second game. So I don't know what I saw Ronaldo was taken off at the 70th minute yesterday, and he was kicking fuck again. And Gonçalo Ramos, who's a really good striker. I like Gonçalo Ramos. I don't forget that hat-trick. I like Gonçalo Ramos when I've watched him. I remember speaking to a Benfica fan in Portugal, kind of right after Darwin Núñez left for Liverpool, and they'd got obviously 100 million for Darwin Núñez, and he's a diehard Benfica fan, and he was like, we have a better striker, and no one knows about him yet. And it was Gonçalo Ramos. Obviously he's since left, but he has something.
Okay.
But he won't see light of day.
He won't see the light of day because there's a certain someone, certain Cristiano that won't have anything else.
Will he score a goal in the tourney?
I've said this to you. I stick by it. Not one open play goal will he score in this tournament. If he scores a penalty, I don't hear about it.
He nearly scored. He hit the post.
He will not score a goal from open play in this tournament. And I said that to you, and my heart was in my mouth in that second game when I seen the GOT.
I can't
running through on goal.
I can't believe he.
I went no. Don't. He
squared it.
He squared it.
Bruno's going to come back in the round of 16. They're going to be fine. So
the brackets,
and this is important now because I'm up.
We are going to say who we think
is going to win the
Euros.
That's important.
Yes.
So.
Oh.
What's your problem?
I'm just looking at who's going to be facing each other in the quarterfinals.
I know.
My two favourites.
Yeah. So, you can't have it everywhere.
Oh, I'm going to have to make a decision. Okay.
Do you just pause for a sec?
Okay, let's pause.
Portugal can't face France.
Why?
Oh, Portugal do have the worst run.
What are you talking about here?
This is correct, yeah?
Of course it's correct.
Okay.
It's the UEFA Euro 2024 website.
No, we can.
There is no way it is wrong.
We can resume.
It even has the cup at the end.
It does have a picture of the cup.
This
Right, okay.
is
I know,
legit.
no.
So don't be spreading doubt to our listeners.
I'm going to start. Spain and Georgia, thoughts?
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great
I think
game.
it's going to be a great game. I think the next game is even better, you know.
Yeah, I think every game here has potential to have something in it. And Spain, Georgia, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm not straying away from Spain. I think Spain will get that job done.
You Spain.
Yes.
I have Spain.
They will face
I think Kvaratskhelia will have
a good game.
I think it'll have a good game. I think
He
it'll
needs to have a good game.
I think it'll have
Needs to have a good
goal
game. And
state.
Georgia's goalie, Valencia goalkeeper, really good goalie. And their striker,
His top goal scorer. We can't
And
say
their
that-
striker-
We can only say Kvaratskhelia because of months of practice.
Yes.
But we can't say
I'm
the
not
rest
even
of the team.
going to attempt the goalie or the striker's names because that would just be offensive.
Would you like their goalie?
I like their goalie. He's been really good. And I like their striker. He's top scorer. So Georgia, definitely not writing them off. But Spain.
Germany,
I think
Denmark.
will go through. Yeah. Hoyland still hasn't had a goal. Oh, no. But Ericsson scored a goal. Great moment.
He's leaving.
Maybe.
No, he's leaving.
Germany, Denmark.
See, it's here where
Denmark were tough for England. I mean, England struggled. England struggled against everyone, though. So I'm not sure whether that's a good litmus test. Germany are going to go through.
Germany are going to
But
go
Denmark are going to make it tough for them.
through. Germany are going to go through. I think it's simple.
So Spain, Germany...
Just as I was about to say, like, Portugal were going to cruise through. Portugal are through against Slovenia, in my opinion, for me. And tell me something different.
Correct.
Yeah?
No, correct, yeah. Portugal...
So we're the same
I
so
don't think
far.
so. I don't think Portugal haven't kick-started yet. Slovenia will be tough. Sesko's up front.
All Blacks in goal.
All Black is in goal. Atletico versus Real Madrid renewal between Chris
Shut up.
and All Black.
Shut up.
Chris has scored a lot of goals against All Black.
Yes.
Could this be the moment?
Chris loves All Black.
Could this be the moment? He gets his,
He's going to score.
He gets his penalty goal.
He's inevitable.
He will not get his own goal.
He'll get a header. He'll get an absolute leap of faith of a header.
If he gets a leap of a header, I'll take that because there's nothing like Cristiano headers hit like crack.
Ah, they do. They're incredible. France are going to absolutely cruise.
France don't cruise. They're going to cruise against
They're going
Belgium.
to cruise. They're going to go back. They're going to cruise. They're going to be.
Unless
No.
all those shots that a certain Lukaku has had.
You like Lukaku.
I love Lukaku.
He's a bad player.
I love Lukaku. He's a great
He
striker.
used to be a good striker.
He's a great striker.
He's really bad right now.
He's a great striker.
He's been poor this tourney.
Depends how you view poor.
He swung and missed an open.
Depends how you view poor. He's had a lot of shots. He's getting himself into positions. He just hasn't quite had the rub of the green.
I go for him. He's not going to score an open play goal because he has one more game to get. And it's against France. Next, Romania against Holland. Oh my God, Austria. Oh my God, Austria could.
Austria are going on
Austria.
a run.
Do you know what? I have a vision.
Yeah.
I have a vision.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not going to like this vision.
I
Romania
love
are
your vision.
through. I'm going to put Romania through against Holland. You're going to love this vision.
Holland are going to beat Romania.
So you have Holland. So this is where our first differ. That's fine. I have Austria beating Turkey.
So do I. Austria to beat Turkey.
Austria to beat Turkey. England against Slovakia.
I think England will beat Slovakia, but they will face the music next game. Oppenheimer edition. Can you hear the music?
I have Slovakia beating England
Okay.
on penalties.
That's a good show, actually.
And I have Switzerland beating Italy.
I think Italy will beat them.
And you have Italy. So we have a good future for now.
Yeah.
Okay. From there.
Jeez, we've got there's some tasty quarterfinals.
They are tasty quarterfinals. But one side of the draw is so heavy, much heavier than the other. Like if you look at my side of the draw here, right? You look at this side of the draw for me. Romania versus Austria, Slovakia against Switzerland.
I've Holland versus Austria, England versus Italy. Now that
That's good. You've nicely set up there now.
I've got some good games cooking.
Spain or Germany? I'm going Germany.
This is going to kill me because I love both of them.
I just think Germany have better set up system.
So do I. That would be too harsh. Spain have been set up absolutely brilliant.
Not saying they're not set up. I just think
Spain have been the best team at the tourney this year so far.
Okay.
But Germany are going to win.
You have Germany as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because I love Spain, but I just think Germany have more than them. They've got the home crowd. For right now, Germany have more players for right now. I think Spain's time for these tournaments will come.
Yeah,
I think a good point. This is a tournament too early. But I think they've got serious potential.
I have Portugal beating France.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't. I have France beating Portugal.
I can't wait for that game if that happens.
Yeah.
That's going to be such a good game.
Which game?
Portugal against France.
Yeah.
I really do.
So you have Portugal and I have France.
I have Austria going through against Romania.
As do I.
You have Austria going through against Holland.
Yes.
So we're a bit easier there. It's Austria then making its way to the semi-final of the Euros.
Rangnick ball in full
Now
flow.
we have a completely different game going on here.
Oh wow. Yes, you have Slovakia, Switzerland.
I have Switzerland there.
I have Italy beating England.
And you have Italy beating England. So this is where England fall for you.
Yeah.
Semi-final. Germany versus Portugal. You have Germany versus France. I have Germany knocking Portugal out here. Unfortunately.
I have Germany beating France.
So we both have Germany there.
Yeah. I believe we've both Germany in the final.
And I have Austria in my final. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually going to look like such a twat. Unless I'm right, then I'm actually going to... This better blow. I know what you want to do.
I want to do it so badly.
I think you should do it. We'd have wound up back at the exact same final.
Fuck it, yeah.
We are going to...
Germany, Austria final. Austria are this tourney's Croatia.
There's a bit of political turmoil there between the two, is there?
Rangnick is German.
Hitler was Austrian. No.
Why do we go from Rangnick to Hitler?
Who's winning? Who's winning the Euros?
Germany are winning the Euros.
I think Germany are winning the Euros too. I think it's too far.
Tony Kroos, final tourney, home grounds, Musiala, Wirtz,
Germany are winning.
Gundogan,
Ta.
Neuer, Ta, Rudiger, Andrick. Fucking love Andrick in
I
midfield.
don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know why?
I don't know why I love him.
He holds the whole fort down. He's a destroyer. And he's going on the ball.
Destroyer.
Just won the league. Just won the double with Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso's fucking mainstay in Xabi Alonso's team. All this Xhaka prop. It's all Andrick.
I'm so invested in this.
If this materializes, we told you so.
We were here first. We're gonna scrap the entire podcast and we're just gonna upload the same clip of us saying this.
Austria going to the final.
And over.
Austria going to the final.
And over. Guys, that's our bracket. Try and let us know yours if you can. I don't know how you can do that.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
And we probably won't read it, but do try and let us know
But
yours.
yeah.
And let us know how much you disagree with it, because we know you do. So, see you next week when we'll know a small bit more.
We'll know a small bit more. We won't know a lot more. Because we'll be going back to our normal schedule. Or will we stick with this? Will we stick with this
Tell you what, no.
Get a calendar up there.
Tell you what, no.
Get a calendar up there.
No. The first round is over
By when?
by fucking Sunday. So we record Monday.
No. The 1st of July and the 2nd of July is not Sunday. That is Mondays and Tuesdays, surely.
But do you not see... Oh, I didn't see the middles.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Tuesday. So if we record Tuesday night, we'll know...
You are witnessing live planning of podcast.
Podcast on Tuesday. Alright. We're going to sort this. We're probably going to be back on Wednesday morning when we know...
Wednesday morning?
Yeah, record Tuesday night, upload Wednesday morning when we know the round of 16s. And we can analyse. Guys, see you Wednesday morning.
See you.
See you Wednesday morning for a review of our picks.
Yeah, a round of 16 review. A quarter-final look ahead.
See you,
Should be.
folks. Have a good evening.